Hey guys, this is Sin Bodhi, your warlord of weird, former WWE star Kizarni. If you've ever wondered what it was like to be a pro wrestler, you want to try it out, you want to take a test, get in the ring with me for a fun, safe experience at Fantasy Slam Pro Wrestling. You do not have to have any athletic history, 18 to 81. If you're brave enough to follow your dreams, I will take you for the funnest ride of your life. FantasySlamProWrestling.com. Check it out for details.
The thoughts and opinions expressed in the following program are those of the program's participants and do not necessarily represent those of station staff, management, and advertisers.
Are you looking for someone to provide training to your sales staff? Do you need a motivational speaker about how to handle change? Do you have an upcoming event that needs an MC to handle those responsibilities? Well, look no further than longtime Las Vegas radio personality, Aaron Phillips. I am local to Las Vegas, and I can blend my talents with any audience. For more information, please visit www.aaronphillipsvoice.com and book me for your next event or training needs.
It's that time. It's time for Aaron's Hour. Aaron's Hour. Your source for information, inspiration, motivation, and fun. If you're looking to talk politics or religion, this show's not for you. Aaron's Hour. Aaron's Hour. Conversations with the opinion makers, movers and shakers, risk takers, and your phone calls at 702-221-7283. That's 702-221-SAVE. Aaron's Hour. Aaron's Hour. Hosted by longtime Las Vegas broadcaster, author, motivational speaker, and member of the Las Vegas Entertainers Hall of Fame, Aaron Phillips. In seminars across the country, he's inspired and motivated thousands. Now, he's going to inspire and motivate you, and he'll do it with passion, style, and his trademark sense of humor. Now, here's the host of Aaron's Hour, Aaron Phillips.
All right, welcome back. Hour number 2 about to begin. By the way, again, I want to thank Mike Leonetti, Chef Mike, and Chef Laura for coming on. Great people. We still have one more $25 gift card to their restaurant available. So just give me a turn up the audience by doing some Neil Diamond trivia. What do you think, Danny? Is that good?
I'm not super into the Neil Diamond trivia, but I'm gonna go with it.
All right.
I'll try.
Wing it, right?
I'm gonna wing it. Yeah. I love Neil Diamond.
I
just
know.
don't know a whole lot about
That's
the guy.
okay.
Can't wait to find out.
So here's question number 1. All right. It's a very simple question. When and where was Neil Diamond born?
Where was he born? I'm Chicago, Illinois.
1941 in New York. You were close.
New York.
You know,
okay.
well, it's a big
city.
metropolis. Let's see. How about this one? Which song did Neil break into in the Billboard Top 100 in 1966?
1966. What's the girl? You'll be a woman soon. What's that one?
I don't know that one.
I thought that was the Neil Diamond song.
I don't know, but it was Solitary Man, by the way.
Oh, I know that one.
And in 1966, not only did his own recordings do well, but his I'm a Believer by the Monkees, which he wrote.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Also was the top song of the year in 1966.
Wow.
Right? So, and I think that song became popular again based on the Shrek movies.
That's right.
Wasn't it?
Yep.
Right? Let's see. For all you folks back in New York, this will be a good one. What high school did Neil graduate from?
No. Wow.
No clue. I know.
It's probably got a number in it.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't?
Absolutely
Okay.
no.
Because a lot of them have numbers in them.
PS 100. Yeah, absolutely. Abraham Lincoln High School back in New York.
Okay.
Okay, in the song Cracklin' Rosie.
Cracklin' Rosie.
We all know that one. What is Neil Diamond actually singing about?
Ooh. It's got to be somebody named Rose.
Okay.
I don't know.
It is actually a type of wine that a Canadian tribe actually likes to drink. Neil Diamond visited the tribe on a trip to Canada and found that Cracklin' Rosie was the nickname of a homemade alcoholic drink.
Okay.
Cracklin' Rosie was then released in August of 1970.
Awesome.
Let's see. Here's another good one about one of his popular songs. What was Neil's first top 10 hit in the U.S.?
Top 10 hit.
The same year as 1966, so I'll give you the year. And it's a song that we know that's based on a fruit and is repeated in the title. Has pits in it.
Oh, is it something with a peach?
No, it's something to put on top of an ice cream sundae.
Cherry?
Cherry. Come on.
Oh, that's right.
I couldn't have given you more.
I'm sorry. Trying.
That's why welcome to the show. Running a little behind. That's okay. Rob Garrett, welcome to the microphone, Rob.
Hi, Aaron.
How you doing, sir?
I'm okay, buddy.
Good.
Thank you for having me here.
Oh, thank you for coming
First
in.
time.
Yeah, and I've seen you perform. We met totally innocently, actually, at a backpack event that we talked about with Victor Cohen up at Sambalates a couple of weeks ago. And it just so happened you were there just kicking back, and you didn't know that the backpack drive was going on.
I had no.
But you knew people that were there, and she and I, we started talking, and then you and I started talking, and we made a connection.
We did.
Because I saw you at a private party of Chef Mike, who was just on in my first hour. You were one of his entertainment guests at his birthday party years ago.
That was a few years back.
A few years.
A few years back. I remember,
Yeah.
my memory hasn't gotten that bad yet.
No. But we saw, and we just started talking, and it's my honor to have Rob here. I mean, he is probably known worldwide, I would dare say, for your tribute to Neil Diamond, and as great as you are. I remember seeing you when I first moved here 21 years ago. My wife and I were walking through, I think it was the Riv you were playing at the time when it was still up, and we stopped by, and it's just like, this is crazy that this guy is this good and looks like him, and the personality and hits the notes. It's just like, it's wonderful.
It's the notes.
Well,
that's always a good thing.
That is a good thing when you're singing like somebody else, I guess. But it's an honor to have you here. Thank you so much. And yeah, I love it. And so we're going to get people warmed up a little bit here, all right?
And you're coming in right as I'm bombing it.
As he's bombing, yes, trivia. That's okay. Here's a line from one of his songs. I'm sure you'll nail it.
One of the man's songs.
Yeah, one of the man's songs. I couldn't sleep at all tonight, and I know it's late, but I couldn't wait.
And I know it's late, but I couldn't wait. Hello.
It's great. Hello again. Absolutely. Absolutely. That is so cool when you could just burst into song to I hope Facebook doesn't kill the video because of that.
I actually have to sing it
to get it.
Okay.
I bet that's true. I recognize the words, but I don't know unless I sing it.
Hello again. Hello. Yep.
Oh, man. That was one of my favorite songs. That came out, what, in the 80s?
It came out
late 80s?
It was in the Jazz Singer.
Right.
So which was 80.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that movie. Jazz Singer was, as someone who grew up in that tribe of people, that song really.
Me too.
Right.
Me too.
Right.
I'm in that tribe of people too.
I mean, that movie was just came for me at a time. Are you familiar with the Jazz Singer?
A little bit, yeah.
Neil Diamond's movie was the remake of the original.
Right.
But the story is about a rabbi who was brought up Orthodox to be a cantor. His dad was a cantor. Mm-hmm. It was Orthodox, right? That was
very much so.
Very much so. I mean,
and he wants to be it was taken from the first Talkie, which was Al Jolson's movie, and it's a cantor's son.
Yes.
And the cantor's son wants to be a pop rock star.
Right.
And of course the tradition is passed down, in the family to be another cantor, but he rebelled against it, and that's the basis of the story between father and son.
It was just such a heartwarming movie because I was kind of going through some times about trying to figure out where I was and within the religion and everything. So it was really a heartfelt movie for me to watch. And even his rendition of Kol Nidre.
He did. Hey.
Oh my goodness gracious! When he surprised his dad up on the altar.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Kol Nidre is the top song that is sung in a synagogue for Yom Kippur.
Yom Kippur.
It's welcoming in.
Kippur,
oh,
yep. It's
goodness gracious.
Yeah.
This is I don't want to do that one. Let's do this one. If it lasts for an hour, well, that's all right. We got all night.
Say it again.
If it lasts for an hour, well, that's all right. We got all night.
I know that. That's for an hour. Well, do you have any more lyrics to it?
That's the only line they give. You want the 4 choices? It's a multiple choice question.
You didn't tell me that part.
Oh, well, I figured you'd have this right on the head.
It's all right. Go. Okay.
All right. Thank the Lord for the nighttime. Love on the Rocks.
It's not Love on the Rocks.
Solitary Man or Cracklin' Rosie.
Oh, duh! It's Cracklin' Rosie. Yeah.
There you go.
Wait a minute.
Go ahead.
Did you say if it lasts all night?
I'm reading. If it lasts for an hour, well, that's all right. Yeah. We got all night. I'm reading.
No, that's correct.
Okay. It better be. It's on the internet.
An hour, well, that's all right. We got all night to set the world right.
Cracklin'
if
Rosie.
I sing it, I got it.
Right.
If I hear it. Yeah.
Here's another line from a song. Stay for just a while. Stay and let me look at you.
September morning.
You got it. It's been so long, I hardly knew you.
Standing in the door.
Oh my goodness gracious! This is so much fun. Fun for me anyway. Here you go. Which band famously covered Neil Diamond's "Red Red Wine"?
UB40.
I knew that one.
Yeah, you knew that one. All right, that was a repeat.
And now I can give you a backstory on that.
Please, yes.
The UB40 had no idea they were singing a Neil Diamond song.
Really?
Because it's not Bob Marley, but some renowned reggae singer they heard him doing it.
Right.
And said, this is great. We're going to do it too. Had no idea it was a Neil Diamond.
So they thought they were kind of taking it off of the reggae singer, perhaps.
Absolutely.
Wow. Yeah. How about that? And then you find out the history behind it's a Neil Diamond hit. My goodness gracious.
And Neil Diamond's like going. They turned it into a number one hit,
right?
Which he hadn't,
right?
Because for him it was a flip side.
Oh, gotcha.
And they turned it into number one hit, and he said, "I don't care, ka-ching."
He's going to get paid for it, right? Absolutely.
He only.
Here's another line, and then we'll head off to our first break. This should be like a softball. Even you might know this one, right. Danny. Sing a song of songs.
Holly, holy.
Sing it out strong. That's it. He's got it right on the head.
Sing a song of song. Yep.
Boy, Facebook better not crap these videos because
okay,
I hope not, because they get very, very crazy. All right, I think we've warmed him up enough.
Yeah.
I think it's time to go to our first break, and then we'll get into talking with Rob about his career, how he got started, what he's doing. He's got some shows coming up that we're going to maybe, if I could twist his arm during the break, maybe we can get a set of tickets for this Saturday's show up at the Cannery, East Side Cannery, right? The East Side, the Cannery up here on Craig. The Northwest Cannery. All right, Aaron's Hour. Rob Garrett, the best Neil Diamond tribute artist around, coming back with me right after this.
To drop off or pick up a package across town, but you don't have time? Did you leave an item in an Uber or friend's house and need it back ASAP? You name it, and we can pick it up and deliver it to any destination in the Las Vegas or Henderson area the same day. Express services are also available. Rates as low as $12. Visit blazingcouriers.com or call 877-371-9817 or text 702-429-7418. That's blazingcouriers.com.
Attention business owners. You will have wished you met her sooner when you realize you've been missing the #1 business solution to grow your business, the copywriter to know. Ivy Brooks wants to introduce you to the power that words have over your intended market. No matter the situation, writing is the key to delivering your message with accuracy and achieving the reaction you want. Ivy combines her copywriting skills with her vast knowledge of today's modern marketing successes and her business coaching. For more information, call Ivy today at 702-712-1712 or visit her website at thecopywritertoknow.com. Why not put your best words forward? Do you wake up every day with little aches and pains? Or worse yet, were you injured in a car accident? Were you injured just getting out of bed? If you said yes to any of the above, then you need to call Doctors Danielle Buddha and Jody Altman from the Centennial Wellness Center. Located in the Northwest Centennial Hills area, Dr. Buddha and Dr. Altman make sure that every treatment provided is tailored to your specific aches and pains. The entire staff is dedicated to making sure that the finest chiropractic care is given to each and every patient. Call 702-458-2225 to schedule your free consultation. Centennial Wellness Center, 702-458-2225.
All right, welcome back to Aaron's Hour, coming to you live from KSHP 1400 AM in Las Vegas. Thank you to everybody listening across the internet. You can always catch my show live if you're out of the local area on the internet feed by going to my website, aaronphillipsvoice.com. You can click on the KSHP logo right there on the homepage. It'll take you to the live feed. Of course, if you miss any of the action with my guests of today's show or previous shows, just go to my website, aaronphillipsvoice.com. Click on the Listen tab for all the audio podcasts, or go to the Watch tab for all what I call the visual podcasts. And I want to thank Danny here, who provides me my my audio files and makes me sound good every week. And the guests always sound good. You always have extra work with me, don't you? A little overtime making me sound good.
Yeah, definitely.
So anyway, it is now a pleasure to officially welcome to the interview segment of the show, Mr. Rob Garrett.
Hey.
Our Neil Diamond tribute artist.
A Neil Diamond tribute artist.
That's it. Neil Diamond, the tribute. I mean, really. I mean, this is like. I mean, I feel like I'm sitting next to Mr. Diamond himself. Yeah. I really do. I mean, it's pretty cool.
You'd be a little bit older and grayer.
Well, listen. Look at the chin, Rob. Look at the chin. The chin is pretty gray there. That's the only way people think I'm not 20 years old anymore. So, anyway, thank you for coming to the show. I know you've had a busy day. You were down on one of our local TVs earlier today to to interview, and you've got shows coming up. So thank you for stopping in to visit with my audience.
It's my pleasure. Great to be here for the first time, and I was looking forward to it.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. What I usually like to start with my guests is just kind of like historical. How'd you get into this? How did you wake up one day? Did you wake up one day and say, hey, that face looking back at me looks like this guy Neil Diamond who sings, and I could do something like this? Give me a little history of how you got started. No, it didn't start that way. Give me a little history.
I had no idea. I had no idea I was going to be doing this. What happened is that I had a band in this town for I've been living here for 44 years.
Oh, wow, okay.
So I had a band in this town from 80 to 95, and it was a very prominent band, a cover band that did 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s music. And,
okay.
And because Neil, and everybody sang, but I was the lead singer, I was the front man. And Neil Diamond, obviously being one of my top musical idols, I did a lot of music by him. So for many, many years, I heard my audience tell me, dude, when you sing Neil Diamond songs, it sounds exactly like him. You need to be in Legends in concert,
right?
And I heard that for many, many years, and I was like, I don't know if I'm, want to do be an impersonator. And then
sure,
I found out how much they make as opposed to the band guys, and that pretty much.
Maybe it's time to rethink that idea, is what you're thinking.
And I did. In 94, at the end of 94, I did rethink it. I said, I've done everything with a cover band in this town I could do. I mean, we played the Cleopatra's Barge.
Right.
We went on the road, to Oslo, Norway. Went to London.
Wow.
But, I said, there's nothing else I can do with a cover band, so I'm going to try something different. And I auditioned for Legends here in town, but I didn't get the job because somebody had seniority over me.
What?
Yeah, well, I was a kid, I was young and
yeah,
I was new.
You were new.
I was newbie.
Yeah.
And then I knew they had a show in Hawaii.
Okay.
And I had a friend that did Elvis, very close friend. I sent him a video, and the boss of that show, you're gonna like this. The director of that show in Hawaii was Paul Revere.
Oh, really?
Of the Raiders.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
So he brought my friend that did Elvis, Jonathan Von Brauna, took the video to Paul Revere, and Paul Revere said, I like it. We're not hiring right now, but, he kind of put it to the side. When we're ready to hire another act, we'll call it, and I thought I was getting brushed off.
Right.
But 9 months later, Paul Revere called me personally.
Wow.
Came to town with the Raiders, said, Rob, I'm coming to town. I'm going to be playing at the Showboat, which is
not around anymore.
Not around anymore. And he said, I want to audition you. The video's great, but I want to see you live.
In person. Sure.
And he did at a club that me and my band were playing out in the afternoon. He auditioned me, and he said, he sat there and had this big Cheshire cat smile, and then said, so I remember what he said. He said, I want you to know something. What you just did, talking about the audition, was one of the toughest things a performer can do, meaning audition one-on-one with no audience.
Right.
And he said, and I'm very impressed, and I love the Neil Diamond act. We've had it before in Legends Hawaii. Would you like to come to Hawaii for 3 months?
Oh, let me think about that one.
That's exactly what's going through my mind. And 3 months turned into 3 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
And that was the beginning of the whole Neil Diamond.
Absolutely. Yeah. Now, do you hear from Neil at all? Does he know what you do in terms of?
He knows exactly what I do. And now, have we met face to face?
Right.
No.
But so how does he know what you do? Communication? Somebody's letting him know? How does that work?
Because for years, his drummer is Ron Tutt,
okay.
who was a legendary drummer in his own right, because he drummed all those concert years for Elvis.
Gotcha. Oh, wow.
Same guy.
Right.
You see Elvis in a jumpsuit, it's Ron Tutt. And for years, I had his daughter in my show as a backup singer.
Oh, wow.
So he came to the show a couple of times.
Oh, that's cool.
And he shared with Neil, about me,
what you're doing,
what he saw, and plus I know I'm all over YouTube. And,
sure.
And Neil sent me a autograph, a personalized autograph photo, so I know he knows what I did.
Is it intimidating? How does it make you feel? Is it intimidating? Does it make, knowing that he knows of you and you're trying to do obviously everything you can to give the audience Neil in person? Any additional pressure or things going on knowing he's out there eyeing you?
I'm going to be honest with you, Aaron. I think if and when, and it's questionable, because of his current situation.
Yes.
If Neil Diamond was ever in my audience, he would not make me nervous.
Okay, well, that's good.
He wouldn't make me nervous being there. What makes me nervous, or not nervous, but you used the word pressure.
Right.
What's putting pressure on me, or I feel pressure from, is the fact that he recently retired from doing live performances, and because he was diagnosed with Parkinson's. So now the pressure is to carry on that legacy. That's pressure.
Absolutely.
That's pressure.
I was so saddened when the news broke that he has had to stop performing and has the Parkinson's now. It just, because as long as I've been around, pretty much he's been performing, of course, and to get that news, I was saddened by that. How did you take that when you heard the news?
I was devastated because I anticipated I was going to see this guy go on stage. I've seen him in concert 17 times.
Wow.
I thought I was going to see him into his 90s, like kind of like Tony Bennett.
Right.
You know, I never thought he was going away.
Wow.
And so it broke my heart to hear that. Fortunately, exactly a year ago yesterday, I got to see him at the LA Forum because he was doing his 50th year anniversary tour, and he skipped Vegas.
Really?
He completely bypassed Vegas. And so I made the point to go to see him in LA, not knowing that concert I went to on August 12th, 2017 would be his last, at least in this country.
Wow.
Because a few weeks, 3.5 weeks later, he went to Europe.
Right.
But in this country, that was his last concert.
Wow. That's crazy. You talk about, I don't want to say timing, but I mean, when you think about how things kind of work out in a certain way, that's just crazy. That's just crazy stuff. So you've been now doing Neil for, if my math is right, close to 25 years-ish?
23.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, my math degree paid off.
It was close. It was close.
What's been the most fun place you've actually performed, location-wise? Like country, state, city? Where have you enjoyed performing the most, besides Vegas? I mean, Vegas is a gimme because we are an entertainment capital and people from all over the world. But outside of Vegas, where do you like to perform?
I mean, as far as outside of Vegas?
Yeah.
Okay. I can answer that because I'm going there in November.
There you go.
You know, I grew up in New York City.
Yep.
Just like he did, and we were both born in Brooklyn.
Right.
I was raised in Queens. He wasn't, but I know he lived there. But we were both born in Brooklyn, and come November 13th, I'm going my second time to a venue called the Westbury Music Theater.
Westbury Music Theater, yeah.
Which used to be called the Westbury Music Fair.
Right.
And I remember that as I was growing up as a little kid,
Sure.
seeing it in the newspaper, and people like Tom Jones and Engelbert would perform there. And on November 13th, I get to go back.
Oh, you're going to be on the stage.
It's a huge arena, and it's in the round.
Oh.
So the stage kind of rotates slowly, you know, and
yeah, growing up in Jersey, I remember all of that stuff out there, the Westbury Fair.
Remember that place?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so you know it's a pretty popular place.
Yeah, absolutely. Imagine performing on a round stage that circulates, so there's really not a bad seat.
Wow.
And I mean, how much time would it take for one full revolution?
I haven't timed it yet.
Because I'm thinking like the Stratosphere restaurant, right? It takes like 60 minutes for a full turn. That's kind of what I was just kind of comprehending. But all right, we're at the bottom of the hour, so let's step aside for our first break here, our second break, but I guess it'll be the second with Rob. Rob Garrett, Neil Diamond, tribute artist extraordinaire, is with me here in studio. More with Rob and his experiences, and who knows whatever else he'd like to talk about. He does have shows coming up, which we'll talk about as well in the next segment. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Heart of Polynesia, founded in 2008, keeps the Polynesian culture alive amongst the community by introducing those traditions to all ages and backgrounds. Heart of Polynesia strives to be a full-service cultural center in Las Vegas. They host and perform luau's, cultural events, birthday parties, wedding parties, and many other private and public events. For more information, visit them on the web at www.heartofpolynesia.com or call 2C at 702-497-4398. for a taste of Polynesian culture. Call Heart of Polynesia at 702-497-4398. Mahalo.
How many times have you looked back at your staff and wished there was a better way to know how well they'll perform at their position? Over time, how much money have you wasted on the wrong hire? Guess what? There's a better way. Upside Business Solutions gives you the tools to understand how your staff will reach peak performance. Other personality assessments, such as DISC, Myers-Briggs, and StrengthsFinder, does not tell you how someone will perform. Upside Business Solutions uses the Colby assessment to identify the natural way an individual will take action. With this assessment, the candidate will have the natural ability to meet the job expectations you establish to find the best hire. Contact Vicki at 702-506-2960 to schedule a consultation. Mention Aaron's Hour and receive 15% off a Colby A assessment. When you're ready to uncover the mystery of human performance, call Vicki at 702-506-2960 to help bring out the best in your people.
All right, welcome back. We are back live. Aaron's Hour coming to you live from the studios of KSHP 1400 AM Las Vegas. Thank you to everybody watching in the Facebook feed. Rob Garrett, Neil Diamond tribute artist to my right. Thank you again for coming in. He's also doing Facebook Live on his feed, and his phone is blowing up. I've got questions coming in. 702-221-7283 if you'd like to ask your question direct to Rob, or just comment, tell him how much you love him and love the show. If you don't like him so much, the phone number is 555-1212. No, just kidding. I can't imagine anybody not liking the show, because I don't know of anybody that doesn't like Neil Diamond music.
Everybody likes it.
Right.
Whether they admit it or not, whether they're closet Neil Diamond fans, everybody likes it.
Everybody loves it.
And they have a favorite Neil Diamond.
And it's funny, because one of the questions I just got from Catherine in the Facebook feed is, what is your favorite song to sing of Neil's?
That's an easy one. And I can, at least out of the hits, and it's the one I related to the most as a kid, was I Am Myself.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. That is a good one.
I mean, growing up in New York City and being a little kid and not knowing what you're supposed to be doing,
right.
I Am Myself was it for me.
What is it about Sweet Caroline that has sort of become anthems for sports teams and the bum, bum, bum? Everybody, I don't know anybody that doesn't do that when that song is played. What happened? How did that song morph?
You know
lately?
what? I don't even think he can answer it, because I think he had no idea that was going to happen.
Yeah, and that renaissance with that song, I would dare say, is probably been over the last 10 years or so, where it really got accepted by stadiums and sports teams and anything where there's a crowd for the crowd to participate in.
I know it's from what I understand, it started in Fenway.
Really?
Fenway Park.
Which is Yankee fan, I don't like that.
You know what? So am I.
Oh.
You know, so I'm a huge Yankee fan, but I have to kind of like pretend like
that you like Boston.
Yeah.
I said it, not Rob. So you can send your emails to me about that.
He said it right. I have to kind of fake liking, but I've never been to Fenway Park, and I would love to go to Fenway Park, and that part is true, but he never saw that coming.
No.
He wrote it in '69. He wrote it like really quick.
Yeah.
And he wrote it, and he originally wrote it for his wife Marcia, but he needed 3 syllables, and Marcia didn't have 3 syllables.
Right.
So at that particular moment, he saw a magazine with a picture of Caroline Kennedy.
Wow.
And the name Caroline came to his head, became Sweet Caroline. And now it's the most a song written in '69. It's the most popular sing-along song in the world, as far as the karaoke bar.
Yeah. I love it. I mean, even in my car, when you're by yourself, that song pops on. You can't help but do the bop, bop, bops.
You saw the Hyundai commercial that was out last year.
Yes. Oh, that's crazy stuff.
Great. That was great.
I have another question that popped in the feed here. This one's from Diana. What is the biggest audience you've ever performed in front of thus far?
5,000.
And where was that?
That was in Meisner Park at Boca Raton.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is there a place
Florida?
Is there a place on your bucket list of places you'd like to perform?
Yeah.
What's number one?
Australia.
Australia.
Yeah.
What's the draw to Australia to perform?
Because in Australia, Neil Diamond, maybe even more than the United States, walks on water.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's one of his songs too, "Walk on Water."
How ironic.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
But that we're in the works for an Australian tour, and It's a couple times it's come up, but it's never materialized.
Right.
That's my number one.
Well, let's get it done, Australia.
Right.
Yeah.
What are you waiting for?
Yeah.
Come on, pick up the phone. 702-221-7283. Talk to Rob right now. Let's make the arrangements and get it done
Hi,
for
Barbara.
Australia.
Hi,
Anyway,
Adele.
hi, everybody out there. Hi, everybody out there on Rob's Facebook. Thank you for watching. We appreciate it. Let's see. Diana does want to compliment you. She hasn't seen your show live, but she's watched your videos, of course, on YouTube, and she loves them. Calls you a great entertainer.
Oh, thank you, Diana.
So that's very cool. Thank you for everybody for chiming in. Let's talk about what you got coming up here. You got a show coming up this Saturday, the 18th, at the Cannery on East Craig Road, and then you have one on the 22nd down in Don Laughlin's down in Laughlin. So let's
Yeah.
talk about them. What?
Both places
Yeah.
I've been at. Cannery is this Saturday, going on 9 years.
Wow.
If you can believe that. That show is always Hot August Night, and we try to focus on the original Hot August Night album. Not that we do everything from that album, but
Right.
that's certainly our focus. He's got another Hot August Night album coming out the day before we do. On Friday, we're doing Cannery on Saturday. On Friday, he's got his his fourth Hot August Night album coming out.
Okay.
Which is was recorded at the Greek,
Sure.
in LA on 2012. And then Laughlin, we're at the Riverside. This will be our fourth year.
So for folks who want to get tickets, best place to go is on, let's say, the Cannery's website.
Cannery website
Okay.
Cannery
For this
website or the
Saturday.
Cannery box office for Hot August Night at the Cannery. And the Riverside, we're going to be out for 5 nights.
Oh, very cool.
Every year it's 5 nights.
Very nice.
Same thing. Call it the Riverside. Go to their box office and and call them up or go online and you can buy tickets for the Riverside.
Just go
in
on
Laughlin.
CanneryCasino.com. That's for this Saturday. Show starts at 8 p.m. When you go in, if you get a chance to say hi to Rob, either. Do you come out to the audience at all, like some shows do after the show? And
Always.
I'll tell you what. Mention Aaron Zauer that you heard Aaron. You heard him on my show today, and I will buy you a cup of coffee at Starbucks.
Hey,
How's that?
such a deal.
Such a deal. I love it.
Such a deal.
Such a deal. And then, of course, August 22nd through 26th down at Don Laughlin's. You can go on to riversideresort.com/headliners.aspx. He's down there for 5 nights. What a great way to end a summer season right before Labor Day when traditionally summer ends, to go down to Laughlin, see Rob, enjoy, Neil Diamond. And even if you've never heard of Neil Diamond, which I find totally incomprehensible.
That's impossible.
That's impossible.
There are people that haven't heard of Neil.
I can't imagine maybe one. Maybe that guy Ricky Cash up in Elko's never heard of Neil Diamond, but love you, Ricky. I'll get a message from him later. What are you talking about? Of course I know Neil Diamond. I watched them in Brooklyn.
LJ.
So anyway, that's coming up. All right.
So you want to come up with a tough trivia question?
Tough trivia.
And if they answer it, we'll give 2 tickets for the Cannery.
Well, I'll tell you what. You obviously are a walking trivia book about Neil Diamond. Why don't you ask the question that you think may give them a little challenge? I don't want to pick one that's too easy, because if you get it right, you will get a pair of tickets complimentary of Rob for this Saturday. But you got to be available this Saturday, 18th, 8 p.m. to go up to the Cannery on East Craig Road. So I can either pick one off the site, or if you've got something in mind, which I think may make it a little more difficult, because I'm a softie. I want people to see your show.
Okay, well, I can come up with
All
one.
right, go for it.
I mean, to a diamond head, it wouldn't be that difficult, but to the general audience, somebody tell me Neil Diamond's first #1 song.
And that, if you listened to this show in the first segment before Rob joined us, I actually asked Danny that question.
Yeah, I got it right.
And he got it right
No, I
after
didn't.
10 guesses.
10 guesses.
Took it 10?
Take a 10.
Yeah.
And that was with me.
It was the one that you had to give me the multiple choice of.
There you go.
Yeah.
So we asked that question. Hope you remember. Give us a call, 702-221-7283.
You want to
Call
do
in.
first one on the phone or Facebook Live, whichever?
Yeah, either one.
yeah,
Wherever I
okay.
get the first answer.
Either one, whatever we see. Neil Diamond's first #1, you get 2 free tickets to the Cannery this Saturday. So make sure you can come this Saturday.
Absolutely. So I can't answer. That excludes you and I from this contest. So,
Yeah,
Danny.
darn it.
So Catherine asks, Neil Diamond went to school with another famous student in
Barbara
Brooklyn.
Streisand.
Barbara Streisand.
Now, let me tell you a little bit about that, too. He went to Erasmus with Barbara Streisand.
Okay.
And they did not know each other at the time, but that is not where he graduated. He switched schools. Barbara stayed in Erasmus. Neil went to Lincoln and graduated from
Abraham
with a
Lincoln High
fencing
School.
scholarship. Yeah,
Well, I saw that too.
Yeah.
I had that one of the questions pop up. I didn't get to it, but I did ask what high school he went to, so that one too. Now, I've got two answers to the question here. Before I give it away, Rob, why don't you check out? I have two people giving me the same answer here, and this is the answer that I'm getting to the trivia question. Is that correct?
That is not correct.
Okay, so Solitary Man is incorrect.
Now, Solitary. Let's talk about Solitary Man.
Okay.
It was not his first #1 song, by no means, but it was his first hit.
Right. Now,
And it barely got into like the top, 60.
Right.
And then came Cherry Cherry, which got into the top 10. Neither one of them were his first #1 hits.
Now we did throw it out there. Can I give just a little hint? Because the same year he wrote a song for another group that also was very good in that same year, wasn't it? He wrote a song for the Monkees that same year.
You know what? That's a trick question because some people can answer and say, I'm glad you brought that
Okay.
up. You can say, what was Neil Diamond's first #1 hit? And somebody could say it's I'm a Believer,
Correct.
which would be true,
But that's not what we're looking for.
but it wasn't Neil Diamond's first #1
Correct.
hit.
Correct.
It was as a writer.
Right. Correct. He wrote the song.
And it became the biggest hit in the career, entire career of the Monkees.
And right. And we're talking about a song that was rejuvenated by simply a cartoon movie called Shrek.
That's right.
It came back.
Was
Right.
Wait. Who did? Urge Overkill did "Girl, You'll Be a Woman Soon." Who did? Maybe it was Urge Overkill. Who?
Can you grab
looking
that?
it up right now.
Dan, my crack director here is going to look it up and give us the answer.
I have to make an announcement that we talked about that. I'm also going to be because my friend that promotes it.
Yeah, bring it
LJ
up.
Harness.
Hi, LJ.
And every December I do the Toys for Tots show, and I close the show, and it's got some of the best talent in this town. It's a variety show. It's a holiday show, and December 16th we'll be at the Orleans with the Toys for Tots show,
Very
which
cool.
is sponsored by the U.S. Marines.
Oh, wow.
When you get closer to that, make sure I get the information.
No,
I'll be happy to
I'm
promote
gonna come
it.
back on.
Perfect, even better.
I'm gonna come back
So I got
on.
some more answers here. Go
I'm a
ahead.
Believer.
Hey, Curtis.
Done by Smash Mouth.
Smash
Smash
Mouth.
Mouth.
Smash Mouth.
Sorry.
They did a couple songs for the Shrek movies.
And,
so
and
that's
even
one of them.
even Eddie Murphy sang it in Shrek too.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
right. That's right. Okay, we got a couple more answers popping in here. We have that one and we have this one. Those two answers came
Okay,
in.
one of those two answers is correct.
Okay, so
now the
go ahead.
first one, believe it or not, Sweet Caroline, only got to #2. If you can believe that, it really only got to #2. The second one is right. 1970, Neil Diamond's first hit,
was
Cracklin' Rosie, get on board.
absolutely.
yeah.
Now, that person who's listening lives down in Kingman, Arizona. So, JB, are you available to come to Vegas this Saturday?
Or I can offer
awesome.
JD. Is it JB? JB. I can offer him 2 tickets in
To
Laughlin.
Laughlin. All right. So the tickets in Laughlin, JB, August 22nd through the 26th. Showtime there is 8 p.m. So congratulations to Joel Bunis, who is watching through our Facebook feed. He got it right. He was the first one to answer. Cracklin' Rose was the first #1 hit that Neil Diamond sang, not to be confused with I'm a Believer, that he wrote for the Monkees. So, all right. So, JB, you got to let me know. So we've got the winner, Joel Bunis. We are still getting answers, but obviously Hear Them Bells and Just For You is not
Hear
right.
Them Bells. Hear Them Bells is a song like a very almost amateurish song that Neil wrote for his girlfriend who became his wife, and it never even got on the charts.
Oh, geez.
Also, I just been notified by LJ that I said the Orleans that the Toys for Tots show will be at the Westgate,
Westgate.
which it has been for the last few years.
Okay.
In the Elvis room.
In the Elvis room.
Last year he gave me Elvis's dressing room. You better give me Elvis's dressing. You better give me Elvis's dressing room again for promoting this.
There you go.
Yeah.
Did Elvis speak to you while you were in his dressing room? Because
Well,
they
you know
say
what?
that about the
He
theater.
better have, because I saw him 18 times in that
Oh,
room.
jeez.
Wow.
You know, yeah.
18 times?
18.
You know where we come from. 18's a lucky number.
18, and that's not, Aaron, that's not including the 5 in New York.
Wow.
So 23
Total times.
total.
That is way
Yeah,
cool.
23 total.
All right, JB, let's see. Yeah, the Laughlin show is easier. He's good for the 25th. So the 25th, we can arrange to get him tickets?
We're gonna write, Joel, we're gonna write down your name, and you are set, my friend, for the 25th at the Riverside and Laughlin. We'll write that down.
You got it. So he just has to go to the box office. Tickets will be left for him in his name. He needs to bring his ID.
Yeah, I promise you, it'll be there in your name on the 25th. It's yours, my friend.
Perfect. All right, very good. And I'll give you his information and whatever you need because we're friends on Facebook. So congrats to JB, to Joel Bunis from Kingman, Arizona. We'll be going to see Mr. Rob do his thing down in Laughlin. And that is wonderful. See, look at that. And look, my wife says nobody listens to this show.
I love going to Laughlin.
It is nice. I haven't been down there in a while. It is very.
I love it because I get to stay there for 5 nights. 5 nights, and I just get to unpack and sit back, and I don't have to pack tomorrow.
Right. Now, obviously, you're
on the river.
No, obviously, you're very recognizable. So when you're in a place for 5 days like that, how do you kind of hide and just enjoy the time that you're there while you're performing in the evening? Do you wear like the fake glasses and mustache kind of thing, or how can you hide and blend in?
I wear sunglasses, and so if I go down in the afternoon to eat, there's always going to be people, but they're very nice. They always come up and they say, we saw your show last night. We loved your show, and I just say thank you. Wow. I love people, so I love interacting with people, so I never turn anyone away.
There you go. Yeah. All right, we're time for our break, our last break of the day. Because coming back, Danny, you know what that means.
Got to get to know him.
We're going to get to know Rob a little bit differently than just the performer we've been talking about on the stage. The final quarter poll coming around on the other side of the break. You're listening to Aaron's Hour with special guest Rob Garrett, Neil Diamond tribute artist extraordinaire. Getting to know you next, right after this.
How many times have you looked back at your staff and wished there was a better way to know how well they'll perform at their position? Over time, how much money have you wasted on the wrong hire? Guess what? There's a better way. Upside Business Solutions gives you the tools to understand how your staff will reach peak performance. Other personality assessments, such as DISC, Myers-Briggs, and StrengthsFinder, does not tell you how someone will perform. Upside Business Solutions uses the Colby assessment to identify the natural way an individual will take action. With this assessment, the candidate will have the natural ability to meet the job expectations you establish to find the best hire. Contact Vicky at 702-506-2960 to schedule a consultation. Mention Aaron's Hour and receive 15% off a Colby A assessment. When you're ready to uncover the mystery of human performance, call Vicky at 702-506-2960 to help bring out the best in your people. Have you recently looked outside your home at your landscaping and thought, it's almost that time of year to start cleaning up? But then reality hits you and you realize that you just don't have the time you want to work on it. Thankfully, there's a solution. Martinez Lawn Service is ready to help. Serving the Las Vegas Valley for over 15 years, Martinez Lawn Service can help you design, build, and maintain your functional landscape. From simple yard cleanup, trimming, and sprinkler repair to designing desert and water-smart landscapes for you to enjoy and entertain guests. So what are you waiting for? Visit them on their website at martinez-lawn-service.com or call them in their office today at 702-373-0643 for a free estimate to see your vision come to life. Call 702-373-0643. Martinez Lawn Service, over 15 years of service and experience. Call today, 702-373-0643.
Heart of Polynesia invites you to join the fun for their 10th annual Luau of the Fall on October 20th. The event will be held at the Magical Castle Banquet Hall located at 4339 Corporate Center Drive, Suite 100. There will be wonderful music, beautiful costumes, great traditional foods, and high-energy performances. Tickets are now available in advance by calling Tusi at 702-497-4398. That's 702-497-4398. Doors will open at 3 p.m. Tickets are going fast for the 10th annual Fall Luau hosted by Heart of Polynesia. Get your tickets today by calling Tusi at 702-497-4398. Mahalo.
Getting to know you, getting to know all about.
All right, welcome back. Coming around the clubhouse turn here with Rob Garrett. Now, it's my favorite part of the show when I have guests. It's time to get to know them. All right, we have nothing to worry about. You didn't have to study for this test. It's all about what Rob Garrett likes, okay? The rapid fire question. So first thing that pops into mind, throw it out there. Here we go. So this is the first one is going to kind of be like a mixed bag question. Some things may be obvious or not, but what's your favorite all-time song that when you hear it, you will stop everything and just start singing to it, whether it's in your car or in your shower or wherever?
My favorite all-time song that I will just stop singing to it. Now you're talking to a singer.
I know. That's
You
why
so-
it's like preaching to the choir with a question like that.
So,
And it could be a Neil Diamond song if it has to be.
it's either going to be an Elvis song or a Neil Diamond song.
Okay.
So, but probably these days, believe it or not, I still will sing to Sweet Caroline if it goes on.
There you go. See?
Yeah. And my daughter says to me, like, Dad, don't you get sick? You're singing these songs all the time. Why? And you're still singing. I'm like, but I said,
But you're also a fan. You're not just a performer of Neil. You're a fan.
Big fan.
Right. So, I mean, but then again, you can just look at your daughter and say, honey, it pays the bills. So, I mean, yeah.
No, I don't say that. I said, honey, I put you through college.
There you go. There you go.
Right.
Favorite all-time actor, TV or movies? Actor.
My favorite all-time actor is Gary Cooper. And
It's another one we haven't heard
Yeah,
before.
yeah.
We had Cary Grant in the first hour, and Gary Cooper. That's a class of actor that just can't be touched.
And I
today.
would say more modern would be Denzel.
Denzel. Yeah, that's a good one too. Favorite all-time actress?
Oh, wow. No one's
Why is it everybody gets stumped on the female
Stumped
side?
on that one, yeah.
no one's ever asked me that question. Probably Katharine Hepburn.
Catherine Hepburn, that's another good one too.
Julia Roberts. I mean, there's a lot of them. Yeah.
Favorite all-time movie? When it's on TV or Netflix, wherever, you just drop everything and you sit down with your popcorn and favorite libation and
There's a bunch of those. So
shoot them away. Shoot them up. What are they?
Well, I mean, we're gonna defer from the jazz singer,
Obviously.
all right.
Okay.
But I'm gonna say either Pride of the Yankees or The Exorcist.
Gary Cooper in Pride of the Yankees and The Exorcist.
Big,
Those are
big diversification.
I was going to say, that's one end of the spectrum.
Big-
And
big-
the other side.
Big diversification.
Holy
there.
cow.
Yeah.
All right. Very cool. Favorite cartoon character growing up and why?
Cartoon or comic, or does it matter?
Cartoon. It could be
Oh, okay. Cartoon's easy.
Cartoon, yep.
Cartoon's easy. Bugs Bunny.
Why?
New York, sarcastic. Brooklyn, Brooklyn, sarcastic.
There you go.
New York attitude.
So who's your favorite comic? Since you asked that, I'll throw it back at you. I brought that up. Who's your favorite comic?
My favorite comedian. I mean, that has different answers too.
Okay.
Growing up, it was definitely Jerry Lewis.
Oh.
As a kid, Jerry
I love
Lewis.
Jerry Lewis.
These days it was anyone, and then there were people like Sam Kinison that I loved.
Right. Right.
But probably these days is Louis Black.
Lewis, I love listening to my next M. What was your favorite Jerry Lewis movie? Just curious, because I'm a big Jerry Lewis fan too. When he passed away, I thought it should have been a national holiday, but I was biased.
My favorite Jerry Lewis movie was either The Nutty Professor or The Patsy.
Really? Those are
Now, what
mine
was
was
yours? What was
Cinderella.
yours?
Cinderella.
Really?
Yeah, and you know why? Because his pantomiming in that when he was in the kitchen with the drum solo, the dance that he did around the Queen. I
know that song I know that movie every
the
bit
dance
of-
he did around the princess.
Yeah. Coming down the stairs.
Coming down the steps, and then when he danced with her on the floor, I did that to my wife at my wedding.
And I mean, there's so many. The Errand Boy, and of course the ones with Dean.
all
the
classics.
And there was the first one he made by himself, The Delicate Delinquent.
Yes.
You know,
Oh my goodness. He's my neighborhood right there. Favorite? Well, again, this is going to be a gimme, but favorite genre of music.
Oh.
Next question. If money were not, that's what I said. If money were no object, what kind of car would you like to see in your driveway and why?
Probably. Oh, I have to say this because I'm obligated to say
Is
this.
Cadillac one of them?
Yes. I have to say.
How did I know?
I have to say a Cadillac. And
Me too.
any
I love Cadillacs.
Yeah.
Me
We
too.
love
Three of us.
Cadillac. We love Finley. I have to say that
Absolutely.
'cause,
Absolutely.
yeah, I'll
Danny,
get-
you love Cadillacs
Love
and Finley, right?
Cadillacs, yes.
Absolutely. Can I send them a bill now? No, I'm only kidding. All right. When you're not performing, favorite leisure thing to do for yourself to unwind?
leisure thing.
Yes, just to kick back and relax.
If it's kicking back and relaxed, believe it or not, I love going on the computer and and like the Wikipedia and things, and just gaining all kinds of knowledge.
So you're a bit of a historian, so to speak.
Very much so.
How long did it take
especially
you
with music?
How long did it take you to learn what you know about Neil himself? I mean, obviously you're a historian of Neil. You're a walking encyclopedia.
And believe it or not, even more so on Elvis.
Really?
You know, even more so on Elvis. So even when I was a little kid, I was ahead. I mean, ahead of my I was.
You were ahead of your time.
Yeah. Or dealing with guys that came before my time.
Right.
And I am I do consider myself a musical historian. I've read so many books on the history of rock and pop. And,
right.
And
did you ever think about performing as Elvis? Because maybe if just a few extra sideburns, I think you can kick it too. Has that ever come across?
there was definitely a time in my life, like I was telling you about the band I was in for years, and even though I didn't have to dress up like either characters, the two guys I would do the most songs by were definitely Elvis and Neil. You know, I had my own sideburns at the time. So, but those were my two favorites, and the Beatles. You know,
of course,
and the Beatles. Those are my three influences. There might have been a time I was thinking about doing an Elvis impersonator, and then I saw them coming out of the woodwork.
Yeah, especially in this town.
And you know,
Neil is the right niche.
Neil was the one, right?
You got it. Last question, and you're off my hot seat. Favorite Las Vegas thing to do since you live here?
Favorite Las Vegas thing to do? Probably go to see somebody I've never seen before, and that's not difficult to do.
That is true. So who's your next on your list you haven't seen that you want to see?
Either, believe it or not, I've never seen Paul McCartney, and I've never seen Lionel Richie.
Oh, I could top you. I saw Lionel Richie. I've seen that one.
Nice.
He was an hour late to his own show.
I'll wait for him.
I know. It was very good.
And I wouldn't mind seeing the new, even this would be third. The new Barry Manilow show.
Oh, yeah.
And one of my friends who's actually Joey Melati, who's played in my show before,
I know Joey.
is the piano player for Barry.
Oh, is he really?
So, Joe, you better get me a comp, because you said you would.
He appeared on my show, my internet show I did years ago. He and his wife were on.
I just gave you a plug.
Absolutely. Make that 2 comps. You were on my show years ago. Come on.
I just gave you a plug.
What are we down to? About 2 minutes?
3 minutes.
3 minutes. All right. Listen, it's been a blast. I know we could have spent hours and hours to keep going, but thank you so much for coming in. Appreciate your time. It's been fun. I hope you've enjoyed your time here. And the audience, I hope, on both of our sides have enjoyed it.
I had a great time.
Get your tickets this Saturday, 8 p.m. at the Cannery on East Craig. CanneryCasino.com for tickets, 8 p.m. show. You got to go see it. Or if you're closer to Laughlin, as JB, Joel Bunis was, August 22nd through 26th, 8 p.m. It's a 5-day show, 5 days to see him down there. You can unpack, like you said, and enjoy at the Riverside Resort, Don Laughlin's. riversideresort.com/headliners.aspx. Check it out. And I look forward to you coming on as often as you want to. And you got anything to plug, you just call me up and say, hey, yo, I want to come on. I say, hey, all right,
well,
Yankee fan, come on in.
I'm going to, Yankee, that, I'm a...
We could spend an hour
to freak. Okay.
Thurman Munson was my all-time favorite.
Oh my gosh!
All right, so we should just talk Yankees 1 hour, bore the crap out of everybody.
We could do that.
All right, we'll do that. All right, listen. Before we sign off, I want to give you a heads up to listen to some other great shows here. Missy Fit Sports Tuesday nights, 10 p.m. after the Diamondbacks games. Catch her. I've appeared on that show. It's a lot of fun. Plus, you eat well on there.
Yeah, you do.
September 1st, I want to give a plug to my friends Doug and Lorraine. The September 1st show is Dougie Duop's birthday show. So if you have music you want to hear on that show, they're
2 hours.
They're starting an hour earlier, correct?
Yeah.
10 a.m.
12.
12 to 2 that day. So that's September 1st. And Dan the Lawyer Man, every Saturday at noontime. It's not your typical lawyer attorney show. He's not talking lawyer speak. It's pop culture. Yeah, there's a little lawyerism in there, but also a great show to check out. I want to thank my first hour guest, Chef Michael Leonetti, his wife, Chef Laura, beautiful restaurant. I still have one more gift card that didn't go away, so I may have to save it for next week. Rob, as always, like you've been on my show forever, but thank you. It feels like you've been here. We've been friends forever.
You're right. It does feel like
Thank you so much.
You made me feel like that.
Good. I'm so glad that touches my heart. All right, next week's show, first hour. Samantha Whitley owns her own company, Gentech. If you're into IT or need IT support, we are going to get technical a little bit next week.
Yeah.
But the second hour,
That's what I've been waiting for.
Danny's been waiting on this one since we became wrestling fans. Kevin Cross,
Yeah.
currently of Lucha Underground, Impact Wrestling, and many other promotions. I interviewed him twice in the past. You can look him up online with me, but we'll have him in studio next Saturday.
I'm a little scared.
Don't be scared.
He is a terrifying individual.
He is. He is. But I think now that I'm in shape,
Okay, good.
I can maybe last a minute or
I'll
two
get
with him,
behind Goldberg.
having him chase me around the ring, not like before. All right, have a great week, everybody. Be safe. Schools are back in session. Have a great week from everybody here at Aaron's Hour. Take care. We'll see you next week.
The summer wind, the autumn wind, and the winter wind have come and they have gone, and still the days, those lonely days, they go on and on.
It's the Vegas Bowl, Tuesday morning at 10 on AM 1400, KSHP North Las Vegas, and KSHP.com.
USA Radio News.
Today on Twitter, President Trump slammed former White House aide Omarosa Manigault-Newman as vicious but not smart after she released newly recorded secret audio of a private conversation she had with the president. Congressman Peter King said all these attacks by Omarosa were news to him.
She was getting all the talking points out, and she was taking over meetings. Then I would see her at the White House. She'd be walking in the Oval Office and very friendly with everyone and totally dedicated to the president. I mean, she was consumed by her support for Donald Trump. So this is all really out of nowhere.
Today, the FBI fired Agent Peter Strzok, whose anti-Donald Trump text messages prompted sharp criticism